This is In Our Headphones, and I'm Evie Stokes. I am so excited to share that we had Ed O'Brien from Radiohead on the podcast. We were able to sit down with him last week and talk a bit about the influences behind Blue Morpho. He had a whole list of songs ready to share with us, and we wanted to focus in on one of those and bring it to you today. So here's a little bit more from our conversation. I had a beautiful, diverse list of songs shared with me that was maybe some things that that inspired you for this record. It was like, I heard some symphony music from Gorecki, and Minnie Riperton was on it, and JPEG Mafia. But I'm hoping that we can talk about that song from Samoa Pinderhughes called Grief, which is... and Boom Bishop on the track as well. And that album it was the title track off Grief from 2022. It was serious critical acclaim. And I'm wondering how you came across the record.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you mentioned this song. This song was like my North Star. I came across this song because in this dark period, I had this weird thing in lockdown, in the first lockdown, before I went into this hole, stopped being able to listen to music. There was a track by one of my favorite bands on the radio, and I'm done with this. I can't listen to any more alternative music. I just suddenly like that, and I stopped listening to music. Anyway, when I went into this sort of dark night of the soul, there was a show that's on Six Music in the UK by sort of one of the most brilliant and esteemed DJs, guy called Giles Peterson. And he has this show on Six Music, and it's really eclectic, and it leans into jazz, it leans into Brazilian, it leans into sort of soul, R&B, hip hop. And I heard this track by Samoa Pinderhughes called Grief. And I think that song must have been recorded during lockdown, because it had the essence of the emotion. It felt like it was from that time where everything went still, and there's a stillness in that music, and a spirit, and a beauty. And he rarely does this, but he has one show on a Saturday afternoon. So I'd listen to this show religiously. It was like it was like one of those markers in the week for me. And he played it the next week as well, which is really unusual. And it just stood out as this jewel, this bright jewel. And I just sort of clung onto it, and I sort of became obsessed with it. And I mean, and also it's funny because I also thought that in the riff in it, I thought it felt very familiar. It didn't feel like a million miles away from, Radiohead territory as well, in a funny kind of way. It felt like we were part of the same DNA in a way. But yeah, I'm so glad you wanted me to talk about the song. It was so important for me. It's so important. Every time I hear it, I still get it. I still feel the chills.
It's beautiful and a little bit devastating, and I had never heard it before. And I am a DJ for a living, so I am very grateful that you showed it to me.
Thank you very much for playing the music and the lovely conversation.
Yeah, are you going to come through Seattle anytime soon?
I really hope so, because I love KEXP, because it's like it's a bastion of all things goodness. And when we came through in 2019, I loved it. So I'd love to, yes.
I had such a great time talking with Ed, and here's the song he talked about. It's Grief by Samoa Pinderhughes featuring Boom Bishop.
So long. I can't escape. You hold this space in my memory. Whose God makes make sense when I cannot face you. I looked away, you were gone from me. Nothing I could say. 4 losses in 1 week. Too many hearses. What's one more rose on the centerpiece? Now I'm exhausted, but I won't leave. 'Cause last night I heard you called up your phone for the voice machine.
Death is much worse for the ones left behind. Don't leave me alone with my dreams.
I might go crazy this time.
Check for what's left in the ones who survived. Don't leave me alone with my dreams.
No, don't let them take me tonight.
I dip on my door, rivers in private hit the floor. All of me suffers in silence of blood. Wait, how do we always survive